What's good, YouTube? This your boy Sip King back with another video today. Today we're gonna talk about families are divided, and it's a big fact, a huge fact. Families are divided. Like in today's world, families don't get together and do family cookouts or have family dinners. Families don't know who families are. You know, you have little kids who don't know who their cousins are. They never get the opportunity to meet them, go outside and play with them, and that's not good. You know, we have little kids out here who don't know who they are related to. They don't know who their uncles are, aunties. They don't know that. You have some kids that's not even familiar with their father's side of the family. You know what I'm saying? Then you have some kids don't know who their mother's side of the family is. So it's messed up, man. But you know, like it was back in the 80s and 90s, right? Back in my time, me, my parents, my brother, we used to go to my grandmother's house back when she was living, right? And all my cousins used to come into town during the summer times. Like my uncles, I have a couple uncles that used to be in the military, so that during the summertime or the holidays, they'll bring my little cousins and their wives with them, and all us kick it at my grandmother's house. And we used to play hide and seek together. We used to pick plums together. We used to sit in the house and talk and watch cartoons together, eat ice cream, popsicles, just eat and play together. We was close, you know. And like back in the 80s and 90s, everybody was in that situation, that great, perfect situation where they was able to kick it, spend time with their uncles, aunties, their grandmothers, grandfathers, and so forth. But nowadays, families divided. Now you know how things go when your grandparents pass, right? It seems like when the grandmother and grandfathers pass, the families just divide. Like they'll separate, lose communication, lose contact, no contact. It's no family love out here anymore. So that's why it's so much chaos. That's another reason. And like you know you have these situations where you become grown and you don't know who your cousin is, and you wind up sleeping with them or dating them. That where incest come in there, and that's the fault of the family. Most of the time, 85% of the time, especially if you're from a small town where everybody knows everybody, but everybody not familiar with who they are kin to. That's where that comes from, man. And that's a problem that need to be resolved, man. Families need to start coming together and showing their kids and showing their grandkids and so forth, and cousins and so forth. Let people know who they are kin to, especially if you know, because there were a lot of conflict come in there. But a lot of times situations like that stir off from you had your mama beefing with your auntie, or your auntie like your father's sister beefing with their wife, which is your mama. So a lot of times it be separation because of that too, like family division, family jealousy, hatred. You have family members that just don't like your mama or daddy. You know, a lot of those things stir from that too. So it's a situation where it's hatred for no reason. You know, you have family members that will hate your mama, like say your father's side of the family, just hate your mama for absolutely no reason whatsoever. That they never gave her the time to sit down and talk to them, or they never took out the time to sit down and talk to them and get to know her, you know. So a lot of the separation, division comes from just hatred for no reason. Like for example, my father's side of the family, when I was a kid, they didn't really like my mama at first. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom even told me stories where my grandma didn't like her at all when her and my dad first got together. So a lot of things stir off from that. But fortunately in my situation, I was still able to be around my cousins, grow up with most of my cousins, not all of them. I still have cousins out there I don't even know from a can of paint. So if I have a family member watching this video, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, nowadays, people don't get together. Families don't get together and have family cookouts and dinners and spend time together. You know, nowadays people are closer to a stranger faster than a family member. You have a very select few families out there. They are very connected and bonded. Now, most Caucasian families are very close still, I notice. And you have a lot of Mexican families still close together. You have a lot of Cuban, Puerto Rican families. They are still close together. I take notice of that too, because like when I'm out and about and I go to a certain area and, you know, I'm on route or whatever, and then I take a look, I notice there's a house and the yard is full of people, kids playing, women and men mingling together, they hugging and stuff like that. I pay attention to things like that when I'm out here and about in the world. So I see things. I notice those families are close. When it comes to our kind, blacks, our families are dysfunctional and divided because of hatred for absolutely no reason, which it shouldn't be that way, but that's the way it is. You know, even my family, I'm not even close to my family members no more like I was at one time when I was a teen or a kid. Like, them days are over. You have family members, you even have cousins that you grew up with, that you were real close to, and then all of a sudden when you become a adult and you have responsibilities, all of a sudden a house, you have young kids, you have your own husband or wife, and you focus on them and you focus on your career. And it's like many cousins that are in that situation tend to fall back and push away from family members like cousins and aunties and uncles that they was really close to at one time. And a lot of times they'll act funny with you. That might be on your social media. They see you drop a post and you might say something positive. They just look at it and still don't say anything. Like, that's how dysfunctional and divided that families are. You know what I'm saying? And that's a huge issue right there within our own culture. So I had to stress that because I was thinking about that thing, you know, because I was thinking about my cousins like the other day, all my cousins, and I noticed they had their own thing going on. You know, all of them live in different states and different places. I'm pretty sure everybody else is in that same predicament when it comes to family. You have family members that sprouted out, moved away, moved on with their life. They don't talk to anybody. They're doing their own thing, which you have to respect that to some extent. But my whole thing is, if you really love family, communicate with them. Now, the ones that's bogus and not right, those the ones you stay away from and separate from. Especially the ones that not trying to do anything with their life, or the ones that not working, or the ones that always asking for something. You know, every time you call to check on them, then they want to ask for some money. Like, you have to stay away from them type. Them the type right there, they are out to use you. But the family members, they are actually sincere and they really love. Those the ones you make sure you keep in contact with, because that's a saying, you never know who you might need. You know what I mean? You never know. You know, so you have to you know, you could be on your deathbed when you get to an old age, and then you try to call them, and be too late. You burnt your bridges with them. So now you on your sick bed and you looking some type of way. And then you reflecting back in the past on how you treated them or how you miscommunicated with them because of you feel like you too big and better than them. Like, you can't think that way either. So you have to suck up the pride. Always rock with your family. You know what I mean? Don't never act funny with your family members, because that who comes first. Regardless of what, our family is not family But still, when it come down to it, they come first. So keep that in mind, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video, and I'll catch you guys on another video with the next video. Peace.